There are a lot of sports teams' names to love. The Green Bay Packers, New York Yankees, Boston Celtics, Detroit Red Wings, and others have a great history behind the names their teams have. But some teams have names that make zero sense, are purely boring, or just straight up suck. No common sense and or creativity were put into these. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we bring to you the 15 worst team names in sports. Number 15, Memphis Grizzlies. While we certainly don't mind the name Grizzlies itself, this has absolutely nothing to do with the city of Memphis. So why are they the Grizzlies? Sure, they inherited the name when Vancouver relocated to Memphis, but the owners really couldn't do something that relates to them. That'd be like if Detroit had sports teams that called themselves the Lions or Tigers. Oops, awkward. Number 14, Oakland Athletics. How on earth can one say that this team name makes sense? Yes, the Oakland Athletics are made up of supreme athletes, obviously. But come on now, everyone knows your team is full of athletes, so why apply this name? It's something that doesn't make sense. What if an MLB team calls themselves the Pitchers? That's just as bad as the Athletics. Number 13, Orlando Magic. The Harry Potter series does not take place in the city of Orlando. We've taken history, and we can't find any traces that an infamous magician like Criss Angel played a significant role in this city's history. Yeah, we know Disney's Magic Kingdom located in Orlando. A great reason to be named the Magic. Number 12, Minnesota Wild. Yes, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, surrounded by beautiful trees, nature, and wild. So many great creatures live in the state's wilderness, but I guess there are too many that Minnie's hockey team couldn't pick one. So they accounted for all of them and chose the Wild. The name is so bland and it sucks. What if a California-based team called themselves the Oceans? Number 11, Philadelphia Phillies. The New York Yorkers, the Minnesota Minnesotans, the Texas Texans, the Chicago Chicagoans. Hey, how about the Cincinnati Cincies? Yeah, none of these work, and naming yourselves after a city you play in? Boring. Number 10, Los Angeles Clippers. Maybe if this team was based in San Diego, it would make more sense. But Clipper sailboats are not known for stopping in Los Angeles, a city that lacks the proper ports. This is just a ridiculous name. We just can't comprehend why or how this applies to Los Angeles. Even the Lakers make no sense. Can LA do anything right when it comes to team names? Number 9, Anaheim Ducks. Sorry, but calling yourselves the Mighty Ducks based off of a popular 90s kids cheesy trilogy is kind of odd. But the fact you decided to go by the Ducks instead is really dumb and is one of the least intimidating names in sports. We're not aware of other sports teams naming each other after movies. Does anyone here really think Ducks sounds cool too? Didn't think so. Number 8, Toronto Raptors. Dinosaurs lived hundreds of millions of years ago. So why does a pro sports team decide they have to name themselves after a certain species? It's not like all of these infamous dinosaur fossils were found in Toronto that changed the history either. What's worse, raptor is just a way of saying velociraptor. Slang terms aren't cool in this case. Number 7, Washington Wizards. Hey, kind of like the Orlando Magic, we don't have any documentation that Harry Potter-like wizards or magicians patrolled the nation's capital in a monumental historical time. Maybe it's because the two W's sound intriguing that they got the name, but we also double-checked. The Wizard of Oz is based in Kansas City, not Washington. Number 6, Utah Jazz. You can literally take any music genre and apply it to any city. Is there a southern-based sports team called the Country Music or a team in Italy called the Operas? How about the New York Broadway musicals? Boston Rock and Roll? There's just no creativity or special significance here whatsoever. Perhaps the original owner loved his jazz. That's literally the only relevant explanation. Number 5, New Orleans Pelicans. Hey, when they were called the Hornets, that team name wasn't so bad by any means. But the Pelicans? Really? Raise your hand if you even knew what a Pelican was before New Orleans changed their team name. Pelicans just don't sound cool the way Ravens, Cardinals, Seahawks, and other bird-themed names do. This sounds like a cheesy cartoon name if anything else. Number 4, Nashville Predators. While the logo sure looks menacing, the team name sure as heck isn't. Quite frankly, a predator can relate to any animal you can think of. Honestly, you're just as well calling this team the Nashville Animals. Plus, the logo looks like it comes from an animal that lived 10,000 years ago. We don't understand why Nashville couldn't have just named themselves after a certain species. Number 3, Houston Texans. We have the Dallas Cowboys and San Antonio Spurs as pro sports teams to remind us that their names reflect the traditions of living in Texas. But the Houston Texans just had to make their name plain stupid. They play in the state of Texas, owned by a guy living in Texas, broadcasted live in Texas, and watched by fans who are from Texas. Hey, you won't believe it. Houston plays in Texas. In case you forgot, they named themselves the Texans, so we know where they're from. Number 2, Washington Redskins. We're sorry to those of you who support the name, but the ongoing drama and war with owner Dan Snyder has made this a tiring mess. The Redskins name is somewhat racist and can easily be perceived as offensive, no question about it. The fact this team is mainly in news because of their team name speaks for itself. People are offended by it, so why is it even here anymore? And number 1, the Cleveland Browns. Don't get us wrong, it's a nice gesture for this team to name themselves after a former coach, but really it doesn't seem cool. Their logo is simply a helmet. Their uniform colors are a boring brown color too. But really, imagine if an NFL team called themselves the Lombardies, Belichicks, or Walshes. Now, it doesn't sound as fascinating, does it? There are better ways to honor a former coach. How would you change these sports teams' names? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports, though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.